Hello, warriors. Today is Wheelchair Tech Friday. So, we are going to take a look at casters. Power wheelchairs and manual wheelchairs both have casters, and those are those smaller wheels. For manual wheelchairs, this is two smaller wheels in front of your wheelchair, and for power wheelchairs, we either have two or four casters. And those casters, especially on manual wheelchairs, because they get all tangled in dirt and grime and hair and fuzz, there's a special way of being able to take them off and clean them. And I will post some YouTube videos for that so you can take a look and see if you're able to do it or if you want someone to do it for you. So the casters are a little problematic because they're smaller and they're closer to the ground. Also, we need to take care of that those casters don't crack or the support mechanism doesn't crack. So it's really important to kind of check them. They're small and they get beaten up quite a bit. So power wheelchairs is not too much you need to do. Just to wipe them down and check them, make sure they're not cracked or peeling or chipped, because that will affect the balance of your power wheelchair and could cause a bit of a problem there. You could tip over. So a manual wheelchair is the same thing. If those casters get split or cracked, it'll be important to replace them. For power wheelchairs, it's important to look at the metal that supports them. Make sure that's healthy, has not cracked or loosened. So if you sense something's wrong with your, hold on a second. Sorry about that. So if you sense that something's wrong with your casters and you want somebody to look at them, you can connect with your therapist, or you can also connect with the company that provided the manual or power wheelchair to you so they can take a look and help you out and making sure that everything is safe and there's no issue. Um, Usually, and especially in the first year, if something's up with those casters, you want to get them checked because usually there's a year or sometimes 5 years, 7 years of warranty, and you can get them checked. So I will post the links down below for manual wheelchairs, especially, so you can take a look at those videos and see how they take them off and they clean them, the intricate pieces. There's some bearings and things inside those casters that can be taken out, cleaned, and you can mount it again on the wheelchair. So it's quite the operation. It doesn't take long, but certainly very useful to do. So again, with power wheelchairs, really important because you don't want to tip over in a power wheelchair because of the weight, and it could affect the balance of your wheelchair. And a manual wheelchair is the same. It could stretch the metals in a way that you wouldn't want to see that happen. So again, I don't think there's a whole lot on casters or power wheelchairs. Usually for power wheelchairs, there's not a whole lot that needs to be done with casters. They're pretty sturdy. But again, when you start seeing them tear and chip, that's when you absolutely need to change them. And then you can figure out, casters are either the hard type, that have foam inside. You don't have to inflate them. And then there's the casters that do inflate. So you have to decide which one. The inflatable ones, you have to start checking them and make sure that they have sufficient air. Um, so that's one of the things that I didn't want to do. so, so I get the hard kind, the foam-filled type casters. And I think also for manual wheelchairs, there's inflatable casters. But the concern there is glass or nails or anything that could puncture them. And then you have to keep track to make sure that they are well inflated before you leave the house. So, and some people like them better because it's a softer ride. So you have to decide and see what kind of caster will fit you best. So never mind what I do. So this is one of those in which you follow what is comfortable for you, and not what I do. So, so that is it for today for Friday, Wheelchair Tech Friday. If I can get it straight. So, and if I find any videos on casters for power wheelchairs, I certainly will post it. I don't think there are any, but you never know. So I've never taken mine off. I've just had the techs check them, make sure that the bolts are tightened and they're clean. There's nothing stuck in there and they're in good shape. So any questions, any comments, anything you want to add to casters for manual or power wheelchairs, feel free to put in your comments and your experiences. All right. See you all. Take care, warriors.